Hello, and thank you for clicking back on my channel. My name is Ra, and we are here to pull a card from each deck. If you have not been on my channel before, I just simply pick a card from each deck and share it with you, share you the message straight from the book, just so you have a better understanding of these three decks. This is not a reading, but in a sense it is. It is something that you are drawn to, so there's definitely a message here for you. Now, I do readings. Please look below. If you're interested, I work with over 45 different decks. And right now, I've been guided to bring out my decks and just to read them to you. And at your requests, I can use the decks that you request. At the end of the month, I will change decks to bring out to read to you. So let's start with the Work Your Light Oracle. And I'm just going to pull a deck here, a card here. And I hope everybody's doing well. I'm not sure if you could see that with the glare. There you go. And let's see what message we have today. Take a break. We have a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Okay, I love this. And there's a new moon, and yesterday, it was a new moon in Taurus. Taurus is all about the fine things, grounding, the material. I love Taurus. And so, what did you do a new moon ritual last night? What was it about? Maybe, after, I know when I put it out into the universe, I do take a break, right? It is time to trust, to let go of that which I have put out, and there's a time for action, but then there is a time to get off the treadmill and just to trust in life, and we will get to that in just a minute. I'm going to pull from this deck right here, the Conscious Spirit. Whoa, they all want to talk. This one stayed in my hand. This is number 25, Spirit Guides. Now 25 comes down to a 7. 7 is all about the spiritual path and your alignment with where you are. It says, I open my heart to my guides and trust in the wisdom they share with me. And here's this card. It is absolutely beautiful. Look at this card. And in her hand too, what is that? Like little lights. I have the guide. Again, I have the cycles of the moon. On this card, there's the cycles of the moon. I thought that might be like some kind of a butterfly. I'm not sure. Can you see that? Here you go. But she's got her spirit guides. So this too, there's trust, right? That she's going to be directed on when to take action and when to sit and not move forward at this time. From Alana's Fairchild Lightworker Oracle. I'm going to pull a card here. And let's see what we have today. Today's message. This one wants to come out. So we're going to go with this one I've already done. I forgot to take it off. Initiation by air. And this too, this is number 24. So 6 comes down to, for me, it's all about the grounding, right? So initiation by air. So maybe this is, some of you could also be, there's a lot of air message here. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. You don't have to be. But initiation by air is getting messages, right, from your spirit guides. So between the three of them, right? So when we're meditating and in stillness, that is when we can best, excuse my voice this morning, hear our guides, right? They have a message for us. We're to ground ourselves so we can best hear the message that is coming from our guides. So I'm going to go to this card first. And I have to find it. Take a break. And I know that you're like, but Ra, we've all been taking a break. We've been at home. But you know what? Maybe you've been studying. Maybe you've been overanalyzing. Maybe you've been overthinking. needing to come up with an idea. Sometimes when we just let go and do take a break, and you've set out your intentions yesterday, last night, just what is it, this new earth, this new time, this new moon, what is it that you want to create, Taurus, within the 3D realm, going into this 5D realm? What is it that you want to experience, right? So this says it's okay to take a break and enjoy your creations, to take a moment from your busy schedule to get off the treadmill of life, to appreciate and acknowledge all that you have created, achieved, released, or experienced before rushing on to the next thing, to be in the moment and enjoy where you are, to take a breath and regather your mind, body, and spirit, to recalibrate, appreciate, and celebrate, to decide on what you really want to experience next. If you take a moment, you're not going to miss out. Perhaps you have just completed a big project, manifested something significant in your life, released an old way of being, or just been burning the candle on both ends. Now is the time to take some time out before rushing on to the next thing. You did it. Enjoy yourself and recalibrate. Go on vacation. Yes. Open up. Go on vacation, book a massage, take long walks in nature, go away for a rejuvenating weekend to recharge and replenish. And, I don't know where you are. Well, if you can get away, you'll get away, right? But that vacation, it could be, just from your mind, from needing to know what's going to happen next. Just be and allow it to show itself to you. So we're going to go to this card next, number 25 with Spirit Guides, although it's very self-explanatory, but sometimes there's something that will pop out, and you'll be glad that I read it to you. This is Guardian Angels, Spirit Guides, and your higher self form part of a spiritual support system. They can help guide and protect you through difficult stages of your life, but you need to acknowledge their presence by inviting them into your life. You have free will, and they cannot interfere unless you request assistance from them. This card is a reminder to you that through meditation or prayer, you can get the guidance you require. It is important to connect to and thank your guides regularly. Building up a relationship with them, learn to read the signs and messages they share with you. Your question to them may be answered in ways you may not expect. They can come through situations of synchronicity, through friends or family, or through a book or object you're drawn to. Signs of their presence are often feathers, butterflies, or birds. Be open and aware of these signs, and soon you will understand their meaning. Be patient and understand that the help you seek will come to you at the right time. Trust in divine timing. The more you work with your guides, the easier it is to recognize in which ways their loving guidance is shown to you. Try not to contact your guides only when you want something from them. Regularly connect with them and show your love with gratitude. One of the ways that I like to connect, well, I do wake up every morning and I say hello to all my ancestors and the Pleiades and the ETs and the Council of Nine, and then I, excuse me, do say good morning to Buddha, to Jesus Christ, to Yogananda, you name it, to Shiva, Shakti, Lakshmi. I just go through all the deities and the goddesses and the ancestors and so forth, and even those who have passed. And when I have a question, I do ask to show me in a way that I can understand, whether it is through a butterfly or through some number sequence or something to that effect, to know that that message is truly for me. And sometimes if one of my decks falls off, I'll be like, oh, there's a message here for me, and I'll pick that up. And I will pull a card off of that deck. So let's go to this one. Enough from me. 24. Initiation by air. And I may have to sneeze, and if I do, I apologize in advance. You have a strong and powerful mind. The mind can be a great asset. It can bring comfort, peace, and strength. As you take your spiritual journey, it can also be a dark and destructive force, undermining your power, making you doubt your own heart and keeping you trapped in fear. The mind developed without a loving spiritual practice can be a frightening weapon rather than a liberating sword. How will you choose to use your mind power? Your mind can become more spacious and luminous if you practice emptying it on a regular basis. The radiant mind can be a mighty warrior against fear and despair. I'm just going to bring that up so you can see it. Encouraging you with thought of optimism. When not given a chance to empty, however, the mind becomes overwhelmed with unprocessed information. Much of it will be fear-based programming perpetuated by mass media, which is invested in controlling others and manipulating them by fear. Oh my God, yes, turn off your news. It's good to have knowledge, but don't let it overtake you unless, I'll just be quiet. This initiation, which liberates and opens the mind, empowers advanced souls to free themselves from manipulation and control. The hallmark of a dysfunctional society is that the mind is expected to dominate the inclination of the heart rather than serve it. The mind can be trained to be a great manager, creator, and defender of what has genuine value to the heart. But the power to feel what has meaning for us, what moves us enough to rise above our fears and risk growth, comes from the heart, not the mind. When the mind is given the task to feel and the heart is told to not to feel, paralysis, confusion, and discomfort are experienced. As you enter into this initiation, you will feel the need to step back from what you have been taught and learn to question what you once held to be true. As you disengage from habitual mental patterns, you will begin to observe your thoughts rather than be swept up in them. Soon, you will begin to experience yourself as the peaceful, steady light of love that you are in truth. Will the mind go through its motions? Yes. However, there is no need to be afraid of this, one step at a time. Your spirit shall guide your mind back towards peace. You will change the way you relate to your own mind, becoming more empowered. As you soften the strident action of the mind, you will see that you can use your mental gifts wisely rather than allowing them to cause you pain. Those who have strong mental energies can accomplish much in terms of communication, invention, and creativity. But they often also suffer from destructive self-talk and mental obsession. They may even be addicted to thinking, which can wear them out and create cravings for sugar. Oh my God. They can lead to depression and illness. Instead, it is much better to regularly take time out from the mind and be in the moment, feeling energized, playful, and at peace. Your mind is a powerful creator. Tame it with persistence. I'm going to read that to you again. Your mind is a powerful creature. Tame it with persistence, compassion, kindness, and strength. Give yourself rest and an opportunity to switch off and empty your mind as regularly as you can. There is no need to judge or despair. This is an advanced initiation and one that is brought to you only when you are ready. Consider it a sign your spiritual progress. The world will benefit from you as you learn to handle your mental energies more constructively. This oracle is indeed an omen of greater peace and happiness in your imminent future. Now, before I read the invocation, I just want to say, oh my God, it is so true, at least for myself. My mind can go, and excuse me, I'm having allergies. I'm always thinking, and there's times that I have to just diffuse. I've been going for a lot of walks in nature just so I can bring it down a notch and stop thinking so I can allow spirit. That's the take a break, right? Take a break from your mind. At least for myself, it's definitely take a break from my mind after this. I'm going to go for a quick walk and connect with nature. I love this. I love this card, Initiation by Air. I love them all, and I hope you're enjoying this. And I do have a Koshi bell, and this one is the air element. The invocation, take a deep breath. I call upon the unconditionally loving ones to help me empty and refresh my mind, renewed in eternal love. May I express my freedom in making wise decisions that create joy and love in me and in the world. I ask for divine mercy, compassion, protection, and instruction to assist me in bringing my mind into a loving consciousness. May the light of the divine shine unobstructed through my mind, bringing peace to the world. May the unconditionally loving helpers of humanity help bring light, healing, and joy to the minds of all through my own free will. So be it. Absolutely beautiful. I will see you guys tomorrow for another 3-card spread. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Namaste.